I got something really serious to talk about and exciting because you see this TwoSun TS264? Guys, I think I just found my new favorite knife. Hey, how you doing? If this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. My name is Jay. Now go ahead and consider clicking on that subscribe if you're looking for knife reviews. They get right to the point. All right, so right now you should be looking at the specs, but don't worry because they'll also be listed down in the description, along with like the links to buy and any prices. Oh, and the coupon codes. And make sure now that you stick around to the end because there's like a simple modification which has made a huge difference for me. And I will show you exactly what I did. And holy cow, I had to wait like a good month for mine to, to finally show up at my house. That was the longest month ever. Borderline torture. How about it though? Would you just look at that big, beautiful M390 blade? But here on the screen now is just a couple of quick size comparisons. I just want you to get an idea of, what we're working with today. I think it was a really smart decision to go ahead and make the handle closed construction because especially when you have like a blade that's this wide. And what that will do then is take away the possibility of being able to touch the sharpened edge, while it's in the closed position. Another nice attention to detail, I think, involves the forward finger choil and specifically where the blade edge, you see where it ends? Notice what's missing. Yep, you see that right there. They already knocked off that super sharp corner. They can sometimes cut you when you're choking up on the handle here. Look at that. I mean, that's something that I usually have to take care of myself. I like that you're not really forced to go ahead and use that forward finger choil. I mean, I can still get, check this out, I can still get a good 4-finger grip. And you can see, yeah, I'm still like kind of hanging back on that handle. See how they went ahead and they shaved off that corner right there off the blade tang? I really wish that more companies would do this instead of kind of just leaving it because that can be kind of pokey. I want to start with here on the show side because I was really shocked. Look at the thumb stud. Okay, now I'm going to flip it to the other side. Yeah, can you see that? I was shocked to see that the thumb studs there on both sides. They are the exact same distance away from the handle. Now that rarely ever happens on like a liner lock, let alone, a frame lock like this. Usually there is way more room on the right-handed side, and that's just for easier access. And then us lefties kind of get screwed because then it ends up being right up against the lock bar. Not here. Speaking of those thumb studs, you can see they're pulling double duty. So, they not only open the blade, but you can see they're like blade stops. So on both sides, and that's just going to make the lockup even stronger. Kind of like they do here on my Hinderer XM18. Same kind of deal. Not that I had any doubts about a TwoSun knife, but you can see that action in both directions. It's friggin' flat out. It's just amazing. I have been so excited to show you this part because I want you to see how this 4mm thick M390 blade, I want you to see how it actually cuts. So go ahead and start on cardboard. Holy cow. Yeah, nothing. But now watch this because this is huge. Usually, remember, 4mm thick because usually like the, the thinner blade stocks tend to cut a little bit better. No, not here. Oh my God. Yeah, that's amazing. So is this knife perfect? No, of course not. I mean, but there's just a few minor things that, that are kind of worth me pointing out. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you is the two finger choils. Now you see they're both actually slightly different sizes. So the back one is going to be just slightly larger than the front one. I kind of wish that this was switched. And maybe that if they would have taken just a little bit more material off the titanium in the front. Second thing, now, while these, these titanium and carbon fiber scales are they're absolutely beautiful, unfortunately, they're just a little bit, they are a little bit slick. So no, there's not a ton of traction here. Now you can see that the pivot screw here, it is in fact, it's captured. Let me show you that side again. But after a couple times, it did start to loosen. So yeah, I went ahead and I added a little bit of Loctite to it. That's fixed it. And I'm going to tell you right now, okay, this one position titanium pocket clip, it kind of blows because there is just no flex going on here at all. I just went ahead and completely took it off of the knife, which, by the way, you would do with a Torx. Yeah, number 8. No 6s here. But I went ahead and I took my Dremel with that's just a ceramic tile cutting bit, and I'm going to show you the back of the clip, okay? I just went ahead and I kind of cut some like little, I don't know, what do you want to call that? Like relief channels in there. It looks like I did that about 4 or 5 times. Sorry, it's not focusing. But yeah, I just did it from the back. And so now that went ahead and gives it a little bit of flex. Now, when you do it, you don't want to cut them too deep because obviously you don't want to jack up the pocket clip. It has made a world of difference. I will say though, that I do like how short and kind of, relatively like discreet it is though. And it does. I mean, it totally fits the rest of the design of this knife. And look, I totally realize that the price is up there at around $150. And believe me, I really wish that it cost a heck of a lot less. I would just feel so much, I'd feel better about showing it to you. But I think it is a true bargain, especially with these materials. I mean, come on, M390, titanium, carbon fiber, ceramic bearings. And honestly, you know what? I'm at peace with my decision. I have no regrets for spending the amount of coin that I did on it. All right, so the question that you're all kind of waiting for me to answer, is this my new favorite knife? No, not overall, because it does not have multiple deployment options. But I can tell you this, it is my new favorite knife that has only thumb stud deployment. So you see the video up on the screen now. That's one that I went ahead and picked out for you to watch next. And don't forget, click on subscribe. I got to get going, and thanks so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you at the next video. Take care.